Well, Rich here, and welcome my fellow drifter maniacs to my latest WLTOYS 124019 brushless conversion. Today, to this car, which ran the other day at 70 miles an hour with a $38 Banggood special ESC and brushless motor in it, today we're going to be fitting this Traxxas VXL 3M ESC and motor combo. 4000 kV motor on here, which I think in this thing should mean it should absolutely fly along. And this is a cracking ESC as well, so I think we'll get a lot of torque out of this motor. To start with, just going to run it on the stock gearing and see how we get on. Also, this is going to be quite a bit lighter than that combination I had in the other day. Not to say we go any faster, but let's quickly install it, then head out and see just how fast this brushless conversion is. And if anybody's thinking, that's a big money conversion, Rich, I kind of bought this at half price when my local hobby store was closing down. And at the same time, a new carbon fibre rear wing has finally arrived from China. First of all, let's get rid of the old wing, drill the new one out and fit that. And I have no idea which way round it actually goes. I'm thinking it could go that way to give downforce. Likewise, you could fit it on that way to give downforce. So we might have to play around with it to get the best out of it. And if you get one of these cars, I have to say, this is probably the world's best cordless screwdriver. And that's because it's only got one button on there to control it, but you just turn it in the direction you want it to go in, and it unscrews. Or turn it the other way, and it screws back up. Simple as that. Very, very neat indeed. An absolute godsend when working on these cars. Okay, new carbon fibre rear wing, drilled out and screwed on, and it is actually, I can tell you having drilled it just now, genuine carbon fibre. Well, hopefully this will fit to the car today. I do have quite high hopes for this. Bought a heatsink, but it might come with one. Some thermal paste, which I'm guessing is for use with our heatsink, although on the WLTOYS cars, they actually now put thermal paste underneath the motor can, so the actual metal base plate acts as a heatsink as well. So whilst I've only just started using thermal paste myself, I would highly recommend getting it. You can get it easily on Amazon. They use it a lot for heatsinks on computers. Our motor, I have to say, love or hate Traxxas, they make pretty decent VXL motors on there, very well engineered. 2 screws for the motor, ESC, 3S rated on there, Traxxas plug, so I might have to change that around. Also has the advantage that these are totally waterproof. Anyway, to work boy. Now whilst Traxxas come in for some criticism, I have to say it, Traxxas lifetime electronics warranty on it, the fees for getting this stuff repaired, if the ESC goes, $55 including the postage to get that repaired. The motor goes, any problem with that, $30 including the postage to get that repaired. That is absolutely staggeringly cheap. Certainly compared to buying a new one of these. And you get really good instruction manuals for both the motor and the ESC. Okay, well the installation is done. My new rear wing's on. Traxxas Mini Erevo Velineon system fitted to the car. I'd like to say this has been an easy conversion, but I would say I do this stuff so you don't have to. Do not attempt to do this unless you've got some reasonably good access to engineering tools like a pillar drill, because I had to remove the variable gear mount I'd fitted and actually fit one of my original fixed mounts in here and drill a new hole in order to set the mesh right on the gearing. To get that to run that smoothly, probably about 3 hours work on there, but hopefully worth it in the end, as I have a feeling that now it's set, that is going to be frighteningly quick. But in terms of the conversion itself, it fits in like a dream. Look at this, but the ESC in there, heatsink fits in, and stock body fits over the top like an absolute glove. So how fast is this thing going to go? Time to test it out on a 2S Gens Ace pack, then a 3S one. And having tested it around the yard, I have a feeling I'm going to need this front splitter. And hopefully you like my new rear wing, which is real carbon fibre. Welcome out with my WLTOYS 124019. This has got the Traxxas Mini Erevo VXL system fitted to it. First of all, going to speed test it on 2S, then 3S. Speed meter on board, hopefully. Satellites are in our favour. Bit of an experiment this, see what it will do. And I would say that's peaked out. I'm quite happy with the handling this, and it'll probably flip over the minute I say that. Well, 63 miles an hour. Yeah, I have a feeling might have a little bit more in there if I tweak it around a bit. just on that minuscule 2200 milliamp Gens Ace pack. And I've got a 2200 milliamp 3S Gens Ace pack, as you can see from the lead there. Okay, well let's say goodbye to the 2S pack. Hello 3S pack. Speed meter on board. Check nothing's around. It will accelerate a lot harder than that, but there's no point in going mad when you're doing the speed runs. Oh, that's quite a bit quicker. Man, I'd like to revise that. That was travelling a lot faster on 3S than disproportionately almost. Let me get on it, Rich. Ooh. Man, ooh, somebody up there. Careful watching for somebody walking a dog. That thing is glued to the ground today. All those hours spent testing it, Richie, have hopefully paid off. It's got a huge steering radius on there at the minute, because it's set up for speed runs, so you don't snap. If you need to snatch at the steering, you don't put the car all over the place. I would strongly recommend anybody dial the dual rate down on the steering. So what are we thinking? Let's see, possibly 70. Oh, I kind of thought, in a way, before that appeared, I was hoping it was going to be about 75, so I could say oh wow to people. Richie actually wants to jump up and scream right now. For that motor and that size power plant, that is not bad at all. As it wouldn't be cheap to fit this to the car had I not bought it at a half price, but the stability of the thing, that's a fairly nice and steady 84 miles an hour on there. Time for Richie to do a little dance. Now, wondering what full throttle acceleration is like with 3S in. That's spun the foam tyres on there. If you can see, there are two black lines down on there. But I suspect it will not do the transmission, the power of good, if I do that too regularly. So what do we think? Richie did indeed do a little dance around the parking lot, because that hitting 84 miles an hour on this combo, I have to say, hand on heart, I thought it was going to get maybe 70, 75 out of there. But things look good on 2S. On 3S, this thing absolutely came alive. I know you expect a bit of a jump up in speed on there, but it was like driving a completely different beast. It felt like you had double the power, not just a third more power on there. Is this the easiest of conversions to do? I would err on the side of caution and say I do these things so you don't have to. If you've got access to a pillar drill, and you can drill a hole through the back of the mount to get the gear mesh right, then yeah, you might consider going for this if you've got used one of these systems around the house. I would say I wouldn't recommend going out and buying a new system like this, because it's just too much money to spend in relation to the car. As I say, bought this one at half price. Now I'm done with this, I'll take it out the car and save it for another project. But anyway, I hope you like this video. My 4S 124019 beast is nearly complete, but I've had to make a whole new body for it, which is taking a little bit longer than I thought. But if you don't want to miss that for upcoming video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.